Alrighty then, here we go. Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 487, The Pain of Failure. There's Stanley. He's hanging out. Alright, the pain of failure. It's only insurmountable if you don't learn. Every failure is an opportunity to learn, and I suggest that we learn more from our failures than our successes. And I've seen this firsthand in the publishing industry. When people's first book hits big, but then they can't replicate that success because they don't know what they did right. And then all of a sudden, second, third, fourth, by the fifth book, they're out of the game completely and not writing anymore. Or if they are writing, nobody knows about it. There's a big challenge. I've been having some breathing problems, so throat's a little parched. So every failure is an opportunity. And yes, you hear that, and it may sound cliche, but it's true. Because what did you look wrong? You take a better look at that failure to figure out what you did wrong. And here's the clincher. You may have done nothing wrong, and it still failed. Sometimes books just don't sell. Okay, you gave it your every bit of opportunity to work. You pushed it. You got help from other friends, and it still didn't work. Guess what? Move on. There's nothing else you can do about it. If that's all it takes for you to end your writing career, then I have to question how much of a writer really are you, or were you in it for the writer's ego, the bestsellers? And hey, that's why I write, winning awards and bestsellers. The only thing that matters, sales. Sometimes you're in a big genre. If you're a big fish in a big pond, you may never hit a bestseller because you're against those thriller authors, you're against those big romance authors, and your book can hit number 10 overall in the whole store, and you're number 5 in your genre. Still not a bestseller. Still a windfall of profits and profitability. So you have to temper, what are you in this business for? If you actually need that orange tag, that bestseller tag, then you're in this for your ego. And then you have to accept that when your ego doesn't get stroked, it's a crushing blow. Or you can look at your bank account and say, hey, that works pretty well. Or you can get orange banners and no revenue. That's just as bad because that doesn't fill the coffers. You're in this, 20 Books of 50K is about this being a business, about earning money for your words. That orange banner doesn't earn you money unless it does through sales, the readers, picking up the readers, and the readers read other volumes in your series, read other books that you've written. And that's where the true windfall lies, gaining those fans who want to read everything you write. If a book fails, you can look at it and realize that maybe you could have done something better or differently. Maybe this was a passion project, and maybe you really wanted it to sell well because it's the best thing you ever wrote. The best thing I've ever written is one of my worst sellers. Even as much as I've tried to push it, even as much as I've done a crossover, even as much as I even wrote a second book when the first book didn't sell well, still, oh well, it's there. It's got great reviews. People have read it, said this is the hidden gem in all of Martelle's library, and it still doesn't sell. Oh well, that's just part of the game. I've written some good books. I don't think as good as that one, but they sold really well. So just some things align and some things don't. And the readers are the ones that determine your success, not you with, I think that's the best book I ever wrote. And it doesn't sell. Another thing that you need to avoid is don't chalk up someone else's success to luck, because then you remove the opportunity to work at the right things and do the right things to then get the sales. It took me a long time to sell a lot of books. A long time. It took my 13th book before I actually broke into the black. So I wrote 12 books and was still in the red, still not making money. 12 books and not making money. You're an idiot. Go back to your day job. That's what I was told. Well, the 13th book resonated not just well, but really well. 14th, 15th, and then the writing career took off. And guess what started selling then? All of my backlist. So I just wasn't putting it in the right reader's hands. So pain of failure. Failure is an opportunity, and yes, cliche, but that's because it works and it's real. It's an opportunity, and if you quit, if a single book fails, if a series fails, then Are you writing for writing, or are you writing for your ego? Because if it fails, did you look exactly why it failed? And then did you adjust and do better next time, write differently? And you've got a 4-book series, the first 3 didn't sell, that 4th book's going to be really, really hard to write. Make it a novella, make it a short story, and just wrap up that series and move to a different one because that first one didn't sell. Even if you think it's great, you have to understand that if you want to make money in this business, you need to focus on what will make you money and not the 4-book passion project that doesn't sell. That then you're in it for just a hobby. Are you in it for a hobby? You're in it to realize that your words do have monetary value, and the good ones, the ones that align with what the readers believe, those will be the ones that bring home the bacon and allow you to do more of what you love, which is writing. All right. Hopefully that helps. Peace, fellow humans.